I'm going to record this exactly. So I'm recording this session so that when it comes to giving those people who missed what we have learned, they just revisit here the video. So I tried to link this to YouTube, but it was all in vain. These guys could verify our live account after 24 hours. So that means they will verify it here tomorrow. Then that means our serious business by Monday we shall be streaming live on YouTube. Then when it comes to Facebook in our country, we are it requires a VPN, and whenever you use a VPN when streaming, uh, at times if it doesn't fail and like the favors are by your side, then the quality of the streaming would be not that. So Facebook may not use it. Twitter is also trying to approve my live studio. Then WhatsApp. WhatsApp is already working well, and Zoom is also working well. So we shall be using Zoom, Twitter, and YouTube. I've been told that most of people, uh, the usage of Twitter is out of their grasp, or anyway, it's okay, it's cool. You will use any of these. You use any of these other platforms. So now, guys, in the first place, I would like to introduce myself to you guys. Uh, so let me introduce myself to you guys. Okay. Okay. So welcome to this platform. We are the mega coders from the mega code matrix. Mega code matrix is a group of coders. Actually, it is a society of programmers, developers, computer programmers, computer scientists that I want to establish it, and with the help of you guys, I know everything is possible. So I want you guys to be part of this because a lot of things are going to be trending. Everything trending within the world of technology is going to be shared via our platforms, and I'm the fond of this. So when you guys accepted to join the group, for real, I was like, wow, God, God maybe is by my side. So guys, I beg you kindly to subscribe, to follow all our media handles, okay? Handles, okay? Just like that. Yeah. Then we keep in touch, we communicate, we discuss, and actually at the end of this program, I want to make sure that you guys you develop your own web applications, mobile applications, you develop your own Android applications. So, guys, guys, okay. Yes, hello. Maybe someone is having something. Okay, guys, if you have something to say, I kindly beg you to type it within the chat area. I'll be in a position to see it because, guys, it is like the sound quality of your machines is not good. So, oh, sorry, I'm introducing myself, guys. Okay, let me remove that. All right. So, this is my name. I'm saying Kabirwa Edu. I'm saying Kabirwa Edwin Aubrey. That's my name. I'm saying Kabirwa Edwin Aubrey, a computer programmer. Uh, who specialized in scripting, web scripting, but I can do the front end designing, the back end designing, I can design websites, I can design mobile applications, I can design desktop applications. I'm specifically a programmer. I'm a very flexible programmer because I can design systems, school systems, business systems, like that, just like that. So I'm going to break. I'm going to break through. Actually, I'm going to teach you these things, how you can do them throughout this session, and by the end, you will be able to start up own your own application, your own websites, and even your own website. Actually, your own jobs. Yeah, programmers we are really, because we are really job creators. If at all we are hustling for things of survival, it is very, very simple. So I'm Sekarudin Aubrey, a programmer, and the languages I'm well conversant with are JavaScript. So guys, don't worry about these languages. Don't actually, if you feel like you don't know it, very soon you'll be knowing it. Python, that is also a programming language. C, have C sharp, and his cousin, C++. Guys, I know you might be quite confused about it, but don't worry. Very soon, knowing what these things mean, what this stuff really mean, right? Yeah. So don't worry about this. Very soon we are going to be knowing what stuff means. All right. So let's start. Okay. Before I forget, someone asked me to ask me actually to show you some of my projects that I've been dealing with, and so let me show you one of my projects. Yeah. So the project that I've been working on. Okay. Are we there, guys? Let me check on you. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Are we there, guys? Okay, yeah, yeah. Muslims Isaac, I have muted it all. Yeah. So they are all muted unless once they raise their hand, that's when I unmute. Okay. So any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any question? Guys, I'm not seeing you typing. Any question? Any question? I'm not seeing typing. Anything? Any question? Any question? Isaac? Any question? Ronnie? Any question? Sophie? Sophie? Or Samuel? Any question? No. Okay. Ronnie saying no. Okay. Let's proceed. If guys you do not have any question, let's proceed to what is programming. Actually, what is programming? Okay, the timetable. Okay, I'm not going to forget the timetable, Isaac. I mean, Sam, don't forget. I'm not going to forget. I'll be sharing the timetable with you guys. Now, let's proceed to what exactly is programming. How is the feel of programming, guys? Yeah, how is it? We've been saying it in movies for real, saying like movies like Matrix. Yeah, Matrix saying codes running, a lot of codes running on the PC or the coder's PC. So the hell is not like that. The thing is very, very simple. Though we will be running things of this kind. Okay, let me share the screen one more time. And then I show you how things are. Well, this is my desktop. So in the first place, I'm going to show you one of the projects that I've been working on, and one of the projects, some of the projects. done some complex challenges. Actually, this sorry. Okay, let me look for my work. So, uh, see that, guys? Do we see that? Do we see that? Okay, sorry. Do you see that? This is an example of a social media platform that I've been working upon all this period, and I'm still working on it. So if I feel like it's ready, I will share. I'll be sharing it with you guys. Okay, don't worry. And again, at one point, we are going to be working together uh, to add more features after we had learned something. So this is one of the web applications that I've been working upon. So guys, don't be afraid to ask any question you ask. You simply ask. I will answer because this is your time. You should gain from this time. All right. So that is one of my projects. Let me check another one. Let me check another one. Let me check another one. Well, I have this app. This app is also quite interesting. This app is also quite interesting for it. Actually, I designed it to try to mimic the lock screen settings of Android. So it is also an application quite interesting and impressive. So when you try to input other patterns, they do not work. They'll say, oops, pattern is not correct. But there is a default inbuilt pattern that I designed, and that is the common pattern M bang, and it unlocks. You get it? You get it? Guys, do you feel me? All right. So that's what we are going to be doing. We are going to code everything from scratch. So we may go the hardest way, but I have very many problems that I've been solving. Right? So guys, don't be afraid of asking any question. I'll answer. How did I do that? That is what exactly we are going to learn. Okay, that is exactly what we are going to learn. These buttons are also working. These applications are also working. Don't worry. They are working. Okay, these things are working. So they will link you to that very page of code and kind of. Yeah, I will introduce all that to you guys. So still working on this. Okay, okay. These things are not working. These are the things that we are going to be working about together so that the functionality of this app is superb. Right now, why do I say that it is a good business? It is a good project. Right now, Facebook is working in our country, so we will gain that monopolistic advantage, like no competitors when it comes to our country. We will have less competition, and yet, if at all it is impressive, we will also capture the market abroad. Okay, so I have many things. Actually, I have many projects I've been working on. I have very many projects. Uh, did I show you this? Did I? Did I? I don't think. I don't think. I don't think. Okay. There is also this one. It mimics Twitter. It mimics Twitter. It imitates Twitter, just like this. Those are the things we are going to be working. We are going to first make to design them from scratch. Then we add the functionality. Then we convert them. They become mobile applications. Then we proceed. We make them desktop applications. This is what is the power of programming. This is the power of programming. Okay. This is the power of programming. This is what programming can do. And programming can do better things than this. Programming. can do better things than that. Okay, can do better things than that. Uh, I have a lot of work here. Let me look. Let me look. Okay. Anyway, for just for the sake of time, let's first stop there. When it comes to showing you the projects that I've been working upon, let's switch to serious business. Or okay, I have things here that I want you guys will discuss about. Actually, the things, the fundamentals that everybody should know. Okay. A moment, a moment. Okay. Let me check whether you guys you have questions. Any question? Okay, okay, I see. Edwin, my network is poor. I don't know how I will catch up. Okay, 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 to Isaac. Okay, okay, to Isaac. It's okay. Um, I will, for real, I will upload this video actually with a better quality. Uh, someone is playing music, someone is playing. Okay, I've muted you guys. Okay, I will upload this video on YouTube. So guys, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. I will upload it on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it there. All right. Now, I want you guys to we discuss about how the web works. Okay, how the web really works. Sophia, Ronnie, Samuel, Lenny, Isaac, welcome, guys. So if you have any question, I kind of beg you, just type it within the chat, or then I'll answer it. Should we proceed? We proceed, guys. Proceed. Okay. 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 Musingu Isaac, I see. Yeah. Thumbs up. Okay. We proceed. All right. Now I'm going to take you through how the web works, how the internet works, because we are going to be programming part. At first, we are going to be designing websites. Then we are going to be designing mobile applications, and then we shall be designing desktop applications. So all these applications will need to interact with other servers. Okay, that means people who are going to access each and everything are going to be using different servers. And again, we are also going to be hosting our sites on different platforms. So let me discuss with you how the web works. Okay. Now, now, supposing that this is Isaac. Isaac is what? Isaac is phone. This is Isaac's phone. Isaac, oh, vanishing pen. Sorry. Okay. Supposing this, oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let me show. Okay. So, guys, supposing this is Isaac's phone and this is Sam's laptop. Okay. Sam, actually, this is Sam. And this is Isaac. I don't want to forget the name. That was why I'm writing them here. So guys, I'm sorry to use your names as an example, but this is a way of learning. All right. Now, Sam feels like he wants to send a message to Isaac. Okay. Sam wants to send a message to Isaac, just like that. Sam will interact with his browser, with his browser, the browser that is on his computer. The browser, when I talk about the browser, uh, I mean the likes of Mozilla, okay, Mozilla, it's all Mozilla, Firefox, the so-called Firefox. Initially, it was actually Netscape Navigator. I mean, we have uh, Chrome. Chrome is also a browser. We have uh, this Opera Mini. We have this guy of Microsoft Explorer. Is Explorer. So these are the browsers I'm talking about. Okay, Internet Explorer is a browser. Opera is a browser. Chrome is a browser. Mozilla Firefox, which was at first Netscape Navigator, is also a browser. So Sam is going to interact with his browser. Eh? Let me remove this. Sam is going to interact with his browser. The browser, guys, get me well. The browser is going to interact with the server. Okay. For instance, if Sam wanted to chat with Isaac via w dot, guys, my handwriting is quite not good, but I think we will cope with that as time goes on. Is Facebook. Let me type. So let's assume that Sam wants to interact with Isaac via www.facebook.com. That means the browser will go to this URL. Will go to that URL. I mean URL, just like that. It is an abbreviation of Universal Resource Locator. It is Universal Resource Locator. That's what I mean. So www.facebook.com is the Universal Resource Locator. It locates the servers where that domain name exists. When I talk about a domain name, I mean this. This is the domain name. So this www, the World Wide Web, okay? So helps us find out where exactly to locate Facebook, okay? .com. This .com means that this is a commercial website. Are we together? It means that this is a commercial website. So Sam is interacting with the browser. The browser goes to the World Wide Web, which is the internet, and locates okay, locates Facebook. Every server that exists on the is connected to the internet. Let it be the dark web servers are also connected to the World Wide Web. The only difference is that for them, they have got an extension of .onion. Okay, guys, don't try that. It is illegal to access a dark web server because content there is not safe. Okay, so back to the commercial. So Sam is interacting with Isaac via Facebook. I think you get that. Now, when the web finds out where the server, where this is located, this is our server. Let me draw some lines there. This is our server. So it will locate the server that, yeah, this server is there. Now, the server will send that message to Isaac. You see, guys, are we clear? Guys, are we clear? Okay. Okay, I'm saying Isaac. Yes, I tried to mute them all, but maybe some of them are kind of stubborn. So, but when I hear such a sound, okay, I try to recheck, then I mute again. Okay. So, are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Am I clear? Am I clear, guys? Am I clear? I need the answers. Am I clear? Any question? Any question? Because these are the things we must know. If you do not know them, you are not going to understand what is coming next. Okay, you are going to understand why am I not writing in English, but I'm just writing mere codes, that things that look weird. Let me show you even a sample of a code, guys. Let me show you a sample of a code. A sample of a code. These things looks weird for someone just starting, for a newbie. These things are very weird. The first time I saw the codes, I was like, Jesus, what the hell is this? Okay. So let me guys show you an example of a code, of a real code. Let me show it to you. An example of a code. Let me share my screen once again. Then I'll show you the code. These things are very complicated. Actually, I'm going to show you a code of the calculator. The calculator that I showed you earlier is what I'm going to show you. These things are very complicated. No, the lock screen. Let me show you the lock screen. Right. Okay. Let me open the code from here and see how these things look like. This is what we're going to be doing from Monday. This is what we are going to be doing. So don't take it for granted, guys. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Take it serious, because actually this thing is paying to design a website just for 1 plus and capital, just like 200K, if not less. So it's a good business. This is how things looks like. This is what we are going to be typing. This is what we are going to be typing. You guys, you feel like you like programming? Yes, you have to be serious. You have to be serious. These things, you should not take it for granted. You have to be serious when doing. This is what we are going to be typing. This is what we do. From line 1, you type as you think, and not just mere typing. You type as you think. Up 194. This is only marking up. Can you imagine? Not even the functionality of the app. Yes. So guys, it's only passion that can make us to go through this. This is what we are going to be writing. No English, no English. It's just top 0, left, right. But don't worry. we are going to break each and everything from zero so that you can at least understand each and everything that I'm going to teach you, right? Should we proceed? We proceed, guys? We proceed. We proceed. I don't see answers. Should we proceed? Okay. Now, this is what we are going to be writing. This, this is the scripting of that application, the functionality that we are using. So it is interesting, guys. So, so guys, don't worry. I'm going to break each and everything from scratch. Then we have complete thing, a complete guide, a complete course. I'm doing this for free. Don't worry. It's only data, the limiting factor. So don't worry. So guys, that's what we are going to be doing. So this thing, you guys, you must be serious. So we are done with how the web works. Someone sends a message, the message is sent to the server, then from the server back to someone. Now, there is a missing component in my image, and that missing component is the internet service provider. So as someone sends a message, before it is checked within the server, it first goes to an internet service provider. The internet service providers I'm talking about are Airtel, MTN, Apple no longer exists in our country, but so far we have Airtel and MTN, and actually they are the biggest player. Still, UTL, which was Uganda Telecom, is still working. So, guys, those are the internet service providers. So that message goes to the internet service providers. Then the internet service providers forward it to the server, and this server, this is where we find the internet. Okay, internet. Are we cool, guys? This is where we are going to find the internet. Now, from at the internet, the browser will check for the servers. Then when they get the server forwards this back still to the internet service provider. Then the internet service providers forward the connection to Isaac. Okay, that's how things work. So this part is not necessary. Yes, it shows the shortcut that we had to take, but these guys try to make things complicated. That to the internet service provider, to the server, and again to the recipient. If Sam wants to do the same thing, actually, if Isaac wants to reply, the procedure is the same. Okay, the procedure will be the same. So guys, don't get tired of this. That's how the internet works. I will not go into the history, the what, but I want you to understand that in the first place. Now, what are the roles? What is the role of the programmer in the functionality of this internet? What's the role? We are not seeing any kind of programming here. We are not seeing any kind of programming here. So So guys, I want to answer that. What's the role? What's your part as a computer programmer, as a mega coder? What's your role there? Your role at first is understanding how things are going to be displayed here in the browser. Okay, let me type it somewhere. Let me type that somewhere because we need it. Yeah. So your role as a programmer, role as a programmer. Yeah, right. Your role as a programmer is to create the presentation of a website or of an interface of that very program. What do I mean? When I talk about the interface, let's take an example. An example, Twitter. This is what you see now is the interface of Twitter. That is the presentation. So you as a programmer, you are to program each and everything. Okay? Each and everything. How it looks like you program this card here, this bar you see here. You program this home screen you see here. You program each and every. Again, you make a program to that very browser that if the mega code matrix make a tweet and it is a video, let it play from within this area here. Guys, I don't know whether you're getting me, but let me hope you do. So let me hope you guys you do get me. What I mean, let's come back here. Let's come back here. So I mean we design the interface of each and everything we see. All right. Should I proceed? If we are good, guys, you simply tell me. Should I proceed? Okay. We proceed, guys. Guys, I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing you. Should I proceed? Okay. Jenkins time. Okay. You say yes. All right. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Now, okay. Swing Isaac, I see. Okay. Swing Isaac, I see you. Let me check. Someone is not muted. Someone is not muted. You guys, you're all muted, but it's like, okay, let's proceed. Now, your role as a programmer is to create the presentation of that very web or that very application that you are building. So, and we call that interface design. Guys, a moment. Let me get someone here. What is it? So guys, I'm sorry for that, but we are back. So your role as a programmer is to create a user interface. That's one. So, so in bigger companies where that is where the likes of Facebook, Google, that they will call you a user interface designer. So please, okay, to Isaac. Uh-huh. Guys, someone is playing music and it's not good. Let's just try to be. I'm trying to see guys. Okay, I got you. I got you. Bang. Thank you. But Palm official, I kindly beg you to reduce on the music. Actually, don't play music right now. Let's mean business, guys. Let's mean business. So yeah, yeah, Isaac, I've done it. They're all muted. So okay, back to business. Back to business. All right. Your role as a programmer, when you go to these bigger companies and you specialized in designing, creating these user interfaces, you will be actually given a title of UD, okay? UID, it is UID, user interface designer, all right? So that's the role. That's it. He's in a department of UID. They make things complex, but the thing is, those guys, they design the interface. To tell you, actually, to take you through that, to create a user interface, we are going to use some programming languages. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys about these programming languages. Programming languages are like languages we people speak. Right now, I'm speaking Luganda. I mean English. Tomorrow, Luganda. Another one, you may find another person speaking French. You may find another person speaking Italiano. Okay, you get so there are very many different languages. The same thing applies to computer programming. There are many computer programming languages. So we shouldn't, so we only take those languages that we will understand. If at all, I know, yes, when I go to England, I can ask for food. That's great. Good. When I come to Uganda, I know my Luganda. Yes. Can they give me food if I speak? Exactly. Do they understand? Great. You switch to another language. Okay, now this time round you're going to be in French. Will you get what you're asking for? Will you be communicating? Great. Every language has got its own phrases. It has got its own punctuations. The alphabetical orders also vary. The Russians are going to be using the Cyrillic alphabetic, and for us, we are going to be using another alphabetic order. The Chinese are writing it differently from the Japanese, all right? The same thing applies to the programming languages. We are going to be writing in different ways in accordance to different programming languages. Are we clear? Are we good? Now, so if it's like that, the way how a programming language is written is called a syntax. The moment you see something of that kind, that, hey, it is a syntax error, just get no, you have something wrongly written in a wrong language. So the best part of understanding programming is understanding the language. Are we together? Are we cool, guys? Do you need a break? Do you feel like you need a break? I give you a 2 minutes break. Okay, write it within the chat area. If you need a break, I can give you a break. Then I come back and we proceed. So, guys, that is what we call a syntax, the way how a language is written. So that is the actually when you go to universities, those guys are going to be teaching you only the syntax. Those guys are not going to think, and they are not going to teach you how to think. They will tell you, we write this and like that. Full stop. But they will not tell you that to design a calculator, you must save the input somewhere. All right? They will just simply tell you, if you want to store something, variables, full stop. They make things complicated. So I have come to make things easier for you to understand from zero. I understand people, most of you have some businesses there where you're dealing with, others are kind of busy by the time they will be for streaming, okay? Uh, but you'll find the videos on YouTube. So I'll be sharing the link very soon. So don't worry about that. So that's what I will be teaching. I'll be teaching the syntax and how to think as we solve different problems. And besides that, I want you guys, as we are learning, we develop something. We have to develop a website, a web application for our community. And so that's it. Now, another role of a programmer is scripting. Yes. Yes, Samuel, Isaac. Anybody else? Let me check. Rita. Wow. Okay. Rita. Yes. You have designed your website. Yes, you're good. You're done. That's great. But the question is it working? Or you just having something that is like an image? That is the role of scripting. If a user presses a button, is it working? If yes, great, good. Okay. Now, guys, that's where scripting comes in. So, and that is the real programming. That is the real programming. Back to our script. That is the real programming. When it comes to scripting, now just get to know you are in real programming with with the with creating interfaces. With creating interfaces here, we use HTML for marking up that this is our body, this is our header, this is our footer, this is our what. And when it comes to scripting, actually we also use CSS to style up. We give it a background color, we position everything in the right place. Then when it comes to scripting, it is the functionality. Let's assume Sam is logging in. Okay, Sam is logging in and he puts in a wrong username. It returns, oops, the username is incorrect. That is scripting. That shows that the thing is functioning. Okay. Then from there, we go to these guys who manage the databases. Okay. They manage databases. So those guys deal with this part of the server. Okay? They are the people, they design the code that will verify that sam at gmail.com is not your email, is somebody's email. Okay? Those are the guys who will work on that. You get? Now, let me take you the softwares required to do all this, the installations, okay? How do we install the softwares? But guys, do you need a break? Do you need a break? I don't understand. Do you need a break? If you need a break, no problem. Just write it in the chat. Is it a chat? whether you need a break. Eh? Guys, do you need a break? Guys, tell me, no. Okay, some guys like says no. But are we good? Are we good, guys? Are we good? Do you understand things? Are you getting things? Am I too complicated? Guys, okay, try to inform me whether I am complicated, then I try to simplify things. Wow, I'm clear. That's great. That's great. Someone saying that the things are clear, understandable. These are the basics that we must know. Guys, I don't want to tell you that now let's mark up things. And you are like, what do you mean by marking up? By marking up, we are speaking to the browser that do this. I want the header at the bottom. And will possibly do it because you are the programmer, you are the one who gives the browser the instructions. So now we as developers, we at first we design the interface, then we script the language, then we connect the thing to the databases. All right, and the system is done. The system is done. Now the only job left will be understanding how will it work on a PC or on a Windows machine? How will it work on Linux? How will it work on Intel? How will it work on iOS MacBooks? Eh? How will it work on an iPhone? How will it work on Android? Then that is another part. Okay, but we at first we mark up, we script, then we connect everything to the databases. As we are connecting to the databases, we need the very databases. Most cases, it will be MySQL, it will be Oracle, DBMongo, and very many other databases. So I'll take you through one of them, if not two. Then for scripting, we use JavaScript. There are many other scripting languages, but I strictly use JavaScript. Now, from there, we have PHP is also a server-side thing. So guys, it is interesting. Yeah. Yes, Caesar, I see you. Caesar, I see you. Yeah, I see you on WhatsApp, but I don't think whether you are like are here. Like you are nowhere on the list of participants. Anyway, maybe you are there. Like I don't know. All right, guys. So that is how the web works. All right. Now let's go to the part of installation. So installing the software. So I break it down. What do we need on our computers from scratch? Don't worry, from scratch. What do we need on our computers, on our phones? How are we going to deal with everything that is going to happen? All right. So let me close everything. Then I start from my desktop. Yeah. Let me close everything. Then I start from my desktop. Yeah, like that. This is my desktop. So everyone, I think you are looking at my desktop. That is my desktop. I have two browsers. Actually, I have two browsers that I use. The browser, this one, Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge is recently the Internet Explorer. This is the new version of Internet Explorer, and it is by Microsoft. It is designed by Microsoft. Then I have Google Chrome. Google Chrome is also a browser and it's kind of good and actually better. So I usually use Google Chrome. So guys, if you want to program, you are going to be writing your code in an IDE. IDE people, actually, let me look for what that exactly means. An IDE. We are going to be using an IDE. When I mean an IDE, I'm talking about a software that we are going to use to develop our programs. An IDE is an integrated development environment. It is a software for building applications that combine common developers tools into a single graphical user interface, the GUI. You get? So that black screen you've been seeing on my PC is simply an IDE. This is the IDE we are talking about. So this is where we develop everything, right? So we are going to install an IDE. Don't worry.
It started at 2. It was supposed to be at 2. But my
Fiona, I kindly ask you to type your whether you have any query, type it in the chat room. I will be able to answer everything, okay? Yeah. So now we this is my IDE where I develop each and everything, okay? So we are going to install one. But before we install that, someone will ask you that, don't I have an IDE to use on my machine? You have it there. You have it there. Just, it is a matter of going to window, actually to the start button. When I talk about the start button, I mean the button here, this window like button. Then you click there, then you type notepad. This very notepad here. Guys, do you see my screen? I think yes. Yes. Okay. That is the inbuilt IDE, integrated development environment. Are we together? So this is where we write our code. If at all you feel like you don't want to install other IDEs, this is quite a good learning IDE. If you want to learn everything from scratch, use this. Don't install anything unless you have mastered. Okay, this is where we are going to write our HTML. Don't worry about the codes, guys. Uh, this is what we're going to be doing. Don't worry about the codes. This is just the business we are going to be doing, and I will be breaking each and everything into pieces, okay? So what I'm doing now, it's like I'm marking up my HTML website. It's what I'm doing right now. But everything has an opening and a closing tag, right? Yeah. Don't worry, we shall come to that when time is when we are ready. So I'm just demonstrating what we do with the the with the IDE. This is the Notepad IDE that is already within your system. If at all you are using Windows, if you're using any other operating system like Linux, still at home, I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm marking up my HTML document. Sometimes we can say that doc type in capital letters, strictly in capital type. Yes, I see. It should be doc type HTML. That tells our browser that everything I'm going to be writing is going to be in the hypertext markup language. That means I'm informing it that I'm going to speak hypertext markup language. So you bring your other languages, the browser will not understand anything. If at all you are requesting for food from the browser, guys, out. You have missed. All right. So I have marked up. I've told it that this is my HTML. There I want there to be a body. I can go ahead and I mark up and say that I want there to be a title in small letters. I mean lowercase. I want there to be a title. Just like I have an opening tag, then I close that very tag with the title. Why do I put a closing and opening tag? To indicate the beginning and the end of my statements. The opening tag is like a character before a stop. Then the closing tag. So guys, I'm sorry, the internet, the network has been kind of not good, but the good thing is that I'm back. We shall start from where we were before. I had shared my screen. A moment. Okay, 7 people on board. Yeah, welcome on board. Thank you for joining, guys. It is 100% free. Don't expect anybody to request for any single coin from you guys. Just the only thing we can do, let's attend, let's follow our social social media handles, uh, like that, just like that. All right, let me share my screen once again from where we were. All right, exactly, that's where we were. Now, I was telling you that the opening tag is like, all right, guys, maybe something is happening with the network, but let us pray so that things go well. I was sharing a screen. I was sharing the screen. So, and I was trying to inform you that the opening tag is like a character after a full stop. Okay? A closing tag is like the full stop. So the problem is that we people, if we are speaking, we do not punctuate things. Sometimes when I'm speaking to people and he puts an exclamation, I ask why that exclamation. Then they ask me, where did you see the exclamation? But I had it because we have to be strict with everything that we are to do. Yes, the title begins here, the title ends here. The body begins here, and the body ends here. I did not close. What shows that you have closed? This forward slash shows that you have closed the tab. Don't worry about this. I'm just taking you through what things are when it comes to using an IDE. Now we are using Notepad. So everything that I write in between here is going to be within the body. For example, we have a tag which is P. No, let me use H. H1. These H, they range from H1 to H6. The less the number, the bigger the heading. H means a heading. H1, that is the biggest heading. H2, the second biggest, the second, like just like that. Okay, let's try it out and see how it works. So H2, and here I'm going to put H1. I will close with H1. Okay, just like that. Now we will come here in between the tags and we say, well, programmers will like this. Hello world, just like that. So let's assume that's the code of the day. That's what we have coded today. Okay. I beg you kindly, if we are done here, try it at home. Do such a thing. After doing such a thing, input the heading from H1 to H6. Do them. Then add a paragraph with P tags. Then the next time we will come when you are well familiar with this. Right now it might be looking so weird, but don't worry. Very soon it will be looking perfect. Right. So let's save this. My body has no title. It's okay. I'm going to save. Where do I save from? File. Then I go to save as. I click there. Then I go to where I want to save my work. Well, I'm going to save it on the desktop. Yes. Okay. Sorry for the network, but now I go to where I want to save my work. I want to save my work on desktop. I click there. I come. Then I come here. I save the file name. The file name, I'm going to call it hello, just like that. That's the file name. That's the name that's going to be of my file. Then I come here, I save it as what? Not a text document, but all files. But after saving it like that, I add an extension .html. Are we together? After adding that extension, things will look like this. Let's go to our desktop and we look for it. Hello, it's here. Hope we see. You see it? It's there. Hello. Now it has an icon of our default browser. So we will open it. We double click or you right click, and ta-da! In our browser we have this word, hello world. Guys, we've made our first page. Now, can you imagine the kind of hassle we have went through just to design such a thing? Okay, but that's programming. So don't get tired of that. Things will go on becoming interesting when we are designing interesting applications. So don't worry, and don't worry about the code. Just this is the beginning. I was talking about an IDE. So that's how the IDE of Notepad works. So let's go to another IDE. Now we are going to install an IDE, the Integrated Development Environment. The IDE we are going to install, we have very many IDEs. We have Dreamweaver, we have Atom, we have Codex, there are very many to an extent that you can't use them all right? So all we are going to do, we are going to get this Visual Studio Code. The Visual Studio Code, we shall go into our browser, then we type Visual Studio Code, just like that. Then you try to be kind of patient, then to find out Visual. Oh, sorry, I just typed in Visual. It should be Visual Studio Code. Like that. Now they are going to bring us a list of these Visual Studio Code. We shall simply go to download. We shall simply go to download. And then we wait for it to load. Then we shall wait for it to load there. Guys, if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Ask. I'm here for you. Guys, I'm here for you. Simply ask. Ask. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. By the way, I don't like people who do not ask you questions. At least ask me, how am I? Yeah, then we'll be friends. Actually, and at least ask for my name. I know not so. Still, the network is still disturbing me, but we shall go through this. Well, someone is asking why is a sound not passing through, guys. I have muted you guys, but if you feel like you want to so guys, I muted the sound because it was kind of disorganized, so I had to mute them, but I can unmute if at all you guys you can be organized. I can unmute. Now other people are arguing that they can't be part of them. I don't understand. What does he mean? People are joining. At first we were we were 6, 7, but now people are on. Okay, someone saying that I unmute. Okay, it's okay. Okay, let me unmute. Okay, let me unmute. I'm asking everybody to unmute, but if you try to be kind of disorganized, I will mute. All right. And other people are in the Civil Edison, Stuart Obara. You did not sign in with audio, okay? So Civil, you did not sign in with audio. And hello. I hear you. Okay, guys, I'm going to mute because it's like some of you. Rita, I hear you. Rita, I hear you. I do hear you. Yes. Okay. She's gone off maybe, but I in the Civil and Stuart, you did not sign in with audio. That might be a reason to why you cannot like join us. Okay. So try to
just type it. Since they can't hear you, just type it in the comment section, then they will read. Because they can't hear you and you are telling them that they join in without audio. So that means they can read the text. So you type the text, then they will read the text, then they will unmute themselves.
Yeah, their comments were in the group, so I decided to reply them via the group as I was talking to you guys. So if at all there was somebody else who had done the same mistake, he corrects it. Second, only Joel has corrected the mistake. So that means Stuart, already second only Joel was there. But Ahimbesuwe maybe is going to reconnect then he corrects the mistake. All right. So if you feel like if you feel like you want to say something, you unmute, okay? Then you say it. I'll be in position to hear you. But make sure you don't have music in the background so that we try to be kind of organized. Cool. Let's proceed. Yeah. Let's proceed. Hilary. Okay. Now, this is where we are going to find our Visual Studio Code. For you guys who have just joined, it's okay, but we are learning how to install the required softwares for us to begin coding on Monday. I repeat, on Monday, we are beginning coding. So Here is our Visual Studio Code. We are going to install it. If you're having Windows 7, 8, 10, and 11, you click this button. You click on this button. Someone is going to ask me, it's not a button, it's just a button, just a word given a background color of blue. By the time we are done with this course, you will understand that it is a button. All right. If you have Debian or Ubuntu, that is a part of Linux. It is Linux. If you have Debian, if they are talking about Debian, they are meaning Kali Linux. Okay. You click this button and the thing will be installed. Don't mind whether it is a 32-bit computer, whether it is a 64-bit computer. Just click where you are supposed to click. If you have Red Hat, Fedora, SUSE, those are also other different types of Linux. Click there. If you have got a MacBook, click on this button. Are we together? So after clicking that, you will see that it is downloading. Then if the download is done, we click on that very setup. We install. Should I download that? Guys, should I download? Then you see the steps, because it may take some time because the internet's good. It's not that good, but comment, yeah, comment in the chat, and we see whether we can proceed with it. Comment in the chat, comment. Should I download, guys? Should I? Should I download?
Yeah, you're going.
Okay. So I'm going to download, but let me try to get a good place as I charge my PC, because it's like it is warning and the lesson is still pending. So guys, so guys, do you hear me? Okay. Yeah, the good thing is that you guys, you hear me. Is the sound good? All right. Hope that kind of echo is no longer there. Okay. Now, let me check here. Okay. Let me check the chat. Okay. Someone is asking what? I don't know what you mean. Should I download the IDE or okay, let me download. Somebody told me that I should download. Okay, we are going to download the IDE, then we install the IDE. So from there, we will be learning how to do it.
Okay, let me share my screen one more time. If you feel like you need a break, you inform me, guys. I'll give you a break. Then we proceed. So these guys, they give us a list of instructions to follow, but our main aim is to download. So as you read, the setup will download itself, or else if at all it's not downloading, you will click here and download VS Code, and everything will automatically do itself. So now we wait for this setup to download. When it's done with the downloading, it will show us actually here. Exactly here. It will show us that it is already downloaded. It's no longer downloading. Then we shall click on this. We open. We don't. By then we will be not opening when done. We will be opening. You'll find there a word open. Now once you open, you will find everything there. You follow the steps by pressing next, agree, finished, and everything will be done. Now we will find our this icon here. It will be on our desktop, though mine is not on the desktop, but yours will be on the desktop. Then if at all you do not find it on the desktop, you come here and write VS. No, you write Visual Studio Code. Exactly, it will be there if it is installed properly. Then click in it. Right, it will open. It will bring a black window just like that. So just like that, and we will start programming. So this window tells us to customize tools and languages. The languages are JavaScript, Python, Java, PHP, Azure, Docker, and more. I told you these are very many languages, but they are not telling us to customize HTML. They are not telling us to customize CSS, right? Though those are the fundamentals that we're going to begin with. Those are actually not, anyway, we may take it to be languages, but not as such. They do not have that real programming, just styling and marking up things. Anyway, we shall go through that, don't worry. On Monday, yeah, come well prepared. We are starting HTML on Monday, 2 p.m. All right, now these are the languages they are talking about. So we are done with the installation. Right, we are done with the installation. So to start, you can even close this because those are a lot of words and they may be confusing you. So you close it, then click here. We are going to create a new file. Okay, we are going to create a new file. You can come at file, then you say new file. The shortcut is there, but I beg you kindly don't use the shortcut unless you have mastered the thing. They are telling us to select the language. All right, there is a way how we select the language by adding an extension, like I had done it earlier, by saving it with an extension of hello.html. So the moment I said .html, I have already identified in the language. So this is what the guy is talking about. So to avoid, anyway, another way is by declaring the doc type. The doc type is like this: doc type HTML, like that. I have already declared in the language that it is going to be HTML. Then I will come here, sorry, I will save. I will save as, don't forget. When I come to save as, I'm going to save it as hello.html. These guys want to write it as a plain text. Come here and change it. Then choose the language. The language is HTML. Those are all programming languages. That is a list of programming languages. But don't worry, we are not going to, they are not going to be burdened to us, or we shall take those languages that are on market. All right. Click here on HTML. The extension is removed. Great, save. All right. It is accepted. Okay. Now we go ahead to do the marking up as we did in Notepad. The good thing with these IDEs, other than Notepad, they help you to autofill what you could do. So maybe you saw it that the word title typed itself before I did. So then we need the body. The closing tag is there. Then I have to close the HTML, to open the HTML as we did before, like that. Now, oh sorry, we have to remove this tag so that everything is between these two tags. We shall cut it there. The shortcut of cutting is Ctrl plus X. Then we paste with Ctrl plus V. Don't forget, you should get used to that. Now we put here our H1. Actually, you can even just type in H1 and the tags are there. You get? Now that's where we're going to put hello mega coders. Just like that. Now we are going to open our page. We are going to open it. But we first save. Control S, you are saving. Or else you can click file, and then come here and say save. Now we want to save it on desktop. Okay. But on the desktop, we already have hello.html. So that means there will be, actually we will be confusing the computer which document to save there, which is hello. Okay. So we have to rename. If not rename, if you want to rename, we shall come here. No folder opened. Okay. Okay. So if you want to rename, we shall come, we save as, okay. We change this to hello2. Then we leave the type to be HTML. Then we come, we save it to desktop. Then we save like that. So I will minimize this. I will come back to the desktop to look for hello2. Hello2. Oh, where hello2 is not, hello2 is not there. Okay, let's come back. Maybe we did not save it correctly. Hello2. Okay. So another way of doing it, I will open it. Okay, just like this. Open a folder, workspace, yes. So the problem is that we are not organized. We want the thing on the desktop, yet it could be better if we had created another folder. Okay, you're going to create it like this. You want to open a folder, you come on the desktop, right click in that space, then open a new folder. It's there. So we're going to name it trial. Don't put an extension because just it is a folder that's going to store those sites with the extensions. Then enter. Now we shall select this folder. Exactly. Trial. So when trial comes, we are given these files and folders here where we are going to put our code, like hello here, kind of. That's where we're going to be saving our work. So forget about what I did before. So it is going to be called hello.html. Here you put the extension and press enter. Done. Now I told you here they give you shortcuts of doing things. So I have already designed the thing. Let me remove this, it will confuse you, yet I don't want to confuse you. I've already designed my HTML thing that I had earlier just in a one click. How did I do it? It is Shift plus 1. When you press Shift plus 1, they will bring you this single exclamation mark. You press enter, then things will be done. If only and only you are in Visual Studio Code, right? So this is where I wanted to put my H1 like that. Then I will put the hello mega coders like that. Now we are going to save. That is going to take us space. Then we shall come to our desktop. Then we look for the folder named trials. We're going to look for that folder trials. Then we open up that file of ours. Okay, guys, all together. Or else another option, you get this, you drag it in the browser here like that, and everything is done. So guys, ask a question, any question, then I answer. Okay, let me clear up this thing that was making that mess of noise. Yeah, I see someone. Yeah, okay, let me solve that problem. Okay. So guys, you don't have any question because it's like you guys, no questions in the chat. Is it true? I'm not seeing any question in the chat. I don't know why, but it's okay. If at all you don't have questions, guys, you must ask. Guys, ask questions. So we are done with the software installations. I've discussed the roles you are to play as a programmer, languages to learn. Then we have made our first program, Hello Mega Coders. And guys, I want you guys to go back and try it out. So when you try it out, yeah. Someone saying that everything's good. Okay, great. So you try it out, play around with those tags. Okay. Then after playing around with those tags, I want you guys to practice those tags. And on Monday, I'm trying to organize a good PDF for you guys so that you can read through those tags in just without reading those huge books. So then we practice the code. So I want you to practice, by the way. I want you to practice because these things require a lot of practice. So guys, that's the brief introduction I can give you guys today. In the next part, we are going to be marking up. We are going to learn HTML from zero. Forget everything that I've done anyway. I was just giving you how the feel of programming. Forget everything. So the next time on Monday, we are going to be going through the semantic markup. The semantic markup, how to mark up links, creating links within the page, adding images, fonts, and so on and so forth. So that's all I have for you today, guys. The timetable. I think, actually, I want to make this thing open to everyone, that I can't afford doing it during night, and I don't want to do it during morning. During that time, I'm always working on my projects and also working on to further research, kind of. But I would like you guys, we discuss that, then we come to a conclusion. I was thinking of doing it like this. On Monday, we will be having lessons. The time is 2 p.m. until we get tired. 2 p.m. On Monday, we have a lesson. Tuesday, we discuss what we had previously. Wednesday, we get a lesson. Thursday, we discuss. Friday, we get a lesson. Saturday and Sunday, it is a weekend. We will be still discussing, just like that. So I wanted to have only 3 days of class. That is Monday, that is a lesson. Tuesday, a lesson. Wednesday, a lesson. I'm writing it down so that I do not forget. A lesson. Then during the weekend, discussion. Sorry, it is Monday, lesson. Tuesday, discussion. Wednesday, lesson. Thursday, discussion. Friday, lesson. So the only days for lessons we are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The rest we shall be discussing. When things start to be kind of complex, it's like we have to be quite slow. We will be having only 2 days in a week of lessons. Then other days we'll spend them practicing and discussing. Right. So the project I want you guys to deal with is designing a simple thing, yeah, from what I've done. Okay. So Sophia is asking, what of those who are busy during that time? You guys who are going to be busy during that time, I can understand that. but it's like the only solution I have for that is uploading those videos on YouTube. You find them there. You give me a subscription. Actually, I think everybody should be giving me kind of a subscription there. But I will upload the videos on YouTube. You find them there with the resources, okay, with the codes that I've used during that day, okay. So things will be like that. And I think on Monday I want to try every possible way so that I come up with a very high quality video on Zoom, YouTube, and on Twitter, streaming live. For you guys who really have lectures, I understand, guys, but you will find these videos on Twitter. You will find these videos on YouTube. Just follow, like, subscribe to our platforms. I'm welcoming questions. I'm welcoming questions. You guys who didn't come with actually who didn't sign in with videos, I don't know why. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay, guys. But yeah, I'm welcoming questions. So if you feel like you want to say something, guys, say it. Yeah. All right. That's what I had for you. Just that's a brief introduction. This thing needs commitment. That's why I was only requesting for guys who are interested with the passion, right? Yeah. Set up English congregation. Oh, who is this? Okay. It's okay, guys. Any question? I'm done. I'm done with everything. Actually, let me stop recording because I will go and edit this. Then I push it to YouTube as our introduction. And for those guys who have missed the session, yeah, just like that. Any question? So, guys, you don't have questions, yeah? Okay. Let me share with you code, guys. As we go for other businesses, let me share this with you. For real, it is quite ashaming if I leave without sharing this with you guys. And what I want to share with you is a quote. I like this quote really. And there's he who asks a question is just for a short period of time. Guys, you get that? Quote me well. I'm not abusing anyone, but whenever I ask a question, you are just a fool just to that moment. Time coming after you have asked a question, you will no longer be a fool. Guys, you should get used to asking questions. So I like that quote, by the way, because I usually ask, and some people don't like me because I ask. So guys, ask me. I want you guys to ask me questions and find out how I can help you. Have you got everything? Have you understood everything? But on Monday, make sure you guys you come with notebooks. You'll be with notebooks, writing down each and everything that we discuss. Then like that.